halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Tight left, tight left. 4 down. 4 down.
A run for Nick Chubb. 16 yards, a first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
319. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Check 52's the mic. Check 50. 30. So don't say nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in them. Hey. Watch out.
The toss play to Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Motion.
Nice.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Dalton, open man is born. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Here you go, can.
From midfield here, Dalton. Got the connection here to Bourne. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And let's pin the mirrors back. Here you go.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Hey, high 7.
Just slack.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
All day. No, check that. We got Mike 52. We didn't get it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Let's get off the field.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
319.
Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Go. It's wrong. It's wrong.
13 yards, first down, Packers. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Kill.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go. Check three.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Great job. Touchdown for Dave.
Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
91 is the mark.
Go.
Check.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here you go, Ken.
24 is the mic. Watch the curls. Go ahead, baby. Go. 24 is the mic.
Buzz.
24 is the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
2 by 2.
Move. Sponge. No.
Hey, Echo.
24 is the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Dalton here from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
A give running right is Chubb. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
52, Mike, 52.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch the pass. Shift for the 50. Jump out.
From the 17, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Valdez-Scantling. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
$258. 52's the mic. I'm here all day.
They'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Strong left. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 21-0.
Packers 21, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
85, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Here we go. Here we go. Motion, motion, motion.
24 is the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Whip, whip.
368.
Watch the whip.
It's hot.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Motion, motion.
44 is the mic. 44.
Nice.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
44.
Bravo.
Mike, 44.
Hands up.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Fopo's the mic.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93. Hands up.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But
and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Yo, Mike 52, Mike 52. In your face.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Hot. Wait.
Lose one. Check 50. Check 50.
Hands up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A big run there, 29 yards to the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here you go, 368.
Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
We got 4.
Yeah, 5-6.
24 is the mic. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
Here we go. 24 is the mic.
Hey, they're scared.
24 is the mic.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that Q stuff. That ain't working. That Q stuff ain't working.
It's 4th down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
91 is the mic. Mike.
Now on 2nd and 16, Dalton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check the call, check the call. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Check.
Check.
Heavy.
Crunch.
Backed into the end zone on 3rd and long. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Returnable here for Davis. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Check 52's the mic. Check.
Rodgers now on first down.
Watch the pass.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
24 is the mic.
We own nil. Hey, orbit.
24 is the mic.
Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
24 is the mic.
Right here.
Regular.
24 is the mic.
From the gun, Dalton. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down, Packers.
Blue 58. 3. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Double tight.
3 down, 3 down.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Jack, 30.
Now Rodgers. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Check 3.
2-by-2. Move.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
You don't want no problems.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Dalton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's go. Double tight, double tight. Everyone, you got 4 down.
They run. Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bengals 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Come on, QB, come on.
368.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Dalton with a give here to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw here, Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Passing, it's Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.